This is video number 192, and in this course basic data analysis in SPSS, this is lecture number 8, which is based on paired sample t-test. My dear followers and colleagues, in my previous video that I uploaded yesterday, that was about independent sample t-test, and today's video is about paired sample t-test, and I'll do that in SPSS. I'll use some data file that I have saved here. Let me remind you that if you haven't yet subscribed to this video channel, you can press the subscription button and also click on the bell icon so that you can get timely notification about my other useful videos that I will upload for you. Thank you. Here is my data. This is the variable, this is the data view, and here is the variable view. In this data file, there are 474 observations, and this is about employees. This file is available online, you can get from the internet, and here are some. This is the student ID or the employee ID, and this is the gender, and this is the date of birth, this is the education in years, this is job category. These are nominal variables, these are scale variables. This is about salary, and this is the beginning salary, and this is job time, months, and this is previous experience, and this is also a nominal variable regarding whether the employee is belonging to minority or otherwise. Since I'm using paired sample t-test, so I'm going to analyze, compare means, and paired sample t-test. Now I get this dialog box, and my all variables are listed here in this gallery. So I have to select two variables that will compare means for the two, and the pair sample t-test will be computed. I think I am going to compare the mean of current salary and the mean of the beginning salary. So I want to scoot the current salary first and then the beginning salary first, and now I will press OK. So here is my analysis. Now this is the paired sample t-test. Since I am comparing two means, this mean is for current salary and this mean is for the beginning salary, and you can see this is 34,420 and this is $17,016. So there seems some difference. These are number of observations for both the variable. The number of observations are exactly the same. This is the standard deviation for the current salary, and this is the standard deviation for the beginning salary, and these are the standard errors of means. Here there is correlations, and this is the correlation between the current salary and the beginning salary, and this correlation is 0.88. Since this is close to 1, so it means that there is a high correlation between current salary and the beginning salary. The null hypothesis is no correlation between current salary and beginning salary, and the alternative is that there is correlation, and the significance level is 0.05, that is 5%, and the test statistic is a correlation coefficient, and this is the value of the correlation coefficient, and here is the p-value, the probability value or the significance value. Since this is less than 0.05, so we reject the null hypothesis and we conclude that the two mean are not equal. There is difference between No, it means that there is correlation between current salary and beginning salary. In this lower part, we have paired sample test and the differences, pair differences. Now, this is the pair differences between the two means. If we subtract beginning salary from the current salary, we get this. Similarly, if we subtract this standard deviation of the beginning salary from this one of the current salary, we get this. And similarly, for the standard error of means, we can also, if we subtract this one from this one, we get this. And here are the lower and upper confidence interval of the difference, and this is the T state, and the degrees of freedom is 473, and here is the two-tailed p-value or the significance value. So the null hypothesis is that there is no difference between the mean of current salary and the mean of the beginning salary. And if we look at the p-value or the significance value, that is much less than 0.05, so we reject the null hypothesis, and we can prove that there is statistically significant difference between the two means. And you know, this is a huge difference between the two means, 17,403. So this is how we interpret the paired sample t-test. Let me also do this for another file. I have one more file here, and that is for the student data. And let me compare two more variables here. Okay, this is a final score. This is final score in the final test, and this is the total score with quizzes and assignments and so on. So let me check that in variable view. This final mean final exam, and total means total points, and both of them are scale variable, so I can compare means for these two variables. So I go to analyze, and now I will go to paired sample t-test, and this time I will this total first, that will come here, and this final exam, that will come here, and now I will press OK. So let me, okay, here is the output. Here is the output. Now again, this is a paired sample statistics. Total points are 100.57, and final exam is 61.48. These are the standard deviation, and these are the standard errors, and this is the correlation coefficient between total points and final exam, and this is statistically significant. So it means that there is a high positive correlation between total points and final exam. After that, there is the paired samples test and paired differences. Now the difference between the two mean is 39.095, and the difference between the standard deviation of the total point and final exam is 9.091, and this is the difference between the two standard errors of mean. These are the lower and upper confidence interval for the difference of mean. This is the T state, which is equal to 45.067, and these are the degrees of freedom. And finally, the observed p-value or significance value is highly significant and less than 0.05. So we reject the null hypothesis that the two means are equal, and we conclude that the two means are not equal, and it means that since this difference is positive, so it means that the average of the total points is greater than the average of final exam. So this is how we compute paired sample t-test and how we interpret that. I hope it was informative and interesting for you. If you like this video, you can share this with your friends and other students so that they can also benefit from this. And I thank you very much for watching this video.